Hello students, welcome back. I am Sheikh Fatima, your English teacher. I welcome you all on our audio visual presentation. Today we are going to begin with a new poem, and this is one of the beautiful poem where you can self-analyze yourself. Have you earned your tomorrow? By Edgar Guest. The poet questioned you, have you earned your tomorrow? And by the title, we can probably guess out what do we earn. Maybe wealth, maybe respect, maybe anything. But your question arises how? Here in this poem, poet asks you certain questions, and each stanza there are certain question which has been asked by the poet, and this question is actually self-evaluation of a human being to realize, is it really, have we done something which will make anyone happy just because of our good words, because of our behavior, good behavior toward them, and have we made their day by our meetings, by our gesture, by our good words. Let's get to know more about the poet. So, the Edgar Guest was born in the year 1881, and he died in the year 1959, and he was born in England. He was brought to the United States when he was 10 years old, though he was born in United States, but he began writing as an American writer. Edgar Guest is known as people's poet for his simple style and writing. Edgar Guest is an American writer of the newspaper and magazine. He started his career in writing in the year 1895, and at the age of 14, at the very young age, he started writing, and though he was known as people's poet. And let us know something about the poem. This poem is an inspirational poem. This poem inspires each and every individual. In this poem, the speaker is asking the reader, the one who read the poem, and the poet is asking the reader. He is questioning them whether they have done anything to improve the life of another human being or not. In simple terms, he is trying to make people realize, have you really done something good to other so that you can make their day, and it's up to you whether you will have a better future or not. Therefore, one should consider one's action and deeds carefully and plan accordingly for a better future. There are numbers of questions where Edgar Guest is probing to the readers how they spend their day, how your action actually affect yourself or the one who is surrounding towards you. If you think good to others, same thing will come back to you. If you don't, so it will ultimately end harming yourself or your near or dear ones. So here I have prepared a clip for you so that you can understand it better.
A woman enjoyed the practice of baking bread for members of her family. She also made an extra one for a hungry passerby. She kept the extra bread on the windowsill for whosoever would take it away. Every day, a hunchback came and took away the bread. Instead of expressing gratitude, he muttered the following words as he went his way. The evil you do remains with you. The good you do comes back to you. This went on day after day. Every day, the hunchback came, picked up the bread, and uttered the words, the evil you do remains with you. The good you do comes back to you. The woman felt irritated. Not a word of gratitude, she said to herself. Every day, this hunchback utters this jingle. What does it mean? One day, she decided to do away with him. I shall get rid of this hunchback, she said. She added poison to the bread she prepared for him. However, as she was about to place the loaf on the windowsill, her hands trembled. What is this I'm doing? She said to herself. Immediately, she threw the bread into the fire, prepared another one, and placed it on the windowsill. As usual, the hunchback came, picked up the bread, and muttered the words, "The evil you do remains with you. The good you do comes back to you." The hunchback proceeded on his way, blissfully unaware of the war raging in the mind of the woman. The woman had a son who had gone to a distant place to seek his fortune. For many months, she had no news of him, and she prayed fervently for his safe return. That evening, there was a knock on the door. As she opened it, she was surprised to find her son standing in the doorway. He had grown thin and lean. His garments were tattered and torn. He was hungry, starved, and weak. As he saw his mother, he said, "Mom, it's a miracle I'm here." While I was but a mile away, I was so famished that I collapsed. I would have died, but just then, an old hunchback passed by. I begged of him for a morsel of food, and he was kind enough to give me a whole bread. As he gave it to me, he said, "This is what I eat every day. Today, I shall give it to you, for your need is greater than mine." As the mother heard those words, her face turned pale. She leaned against the door for support. She remembered the poisoned bread that she had made that morning. Had she not burnt it in the fire, it would have been eaten by her own son, and he would have lost his life. It was then that she realized the significance of the words, "The evil you do remains with you. The good you do comes back to you." Our actions and words are born from our thoughts. Every thought is like a seed, with potential to give rise to more such thoughts again. This is why it is important to be vigilant of our thoughts. When we think thoughts of harming others, it's like tossing a dagger at the sky. Sooner or later, it falls back on us. When we think thoughts of supporting others, it's like tossing fragrant flowers at the sky. Sooner or later, they return to adorn us.
Begin with the poem. Is anybody happier because you passed his way? Does anyone remember that you spoke to him today? This day is almost over, and its trolling time is though. Is there anyone to utter now a kindly word of you? Did you give a cheerful greeting to the friend who come along, or a churlish sort of howdy and then vanish in the throng? Were you selfish, pure, and simple as you rush along the way, or is someone mighty for deed? Can you say tonight in parting with the days? That's slipping fast, that you help a single bother of many that you passed. Is a single heart rejoicing over what you did or said? Does a man who hope were fading now with courageous look ahead? Did you waste the day or lose it? Was it well or sorely depend? Did you leave a trail of kindness or a scar of discontent? As you close your eyes in slumber, do you think that God will say you have earned? So today I want you all to go through the video clip again and to rethink about the thing you did do throughout your day. So tomorrow we are going to continue with a poem. So today's assignment is you have to find out the